Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. I am Ebony J and I'm your host for Minding Your Business Mondays, where we inform, we motivate, and we celebrate entrepreneurs and creators. Today's episode is going to be super dope, y'all. I can't wait. I want y'all to just get ready to be filled with positivity, information, and of course, support. And y'all know we're going to learn some tips today that's going to help us in life and business. And we're just going to do the thing, y'all. Y'all got to excuse me because I'm out of breath because I was like running and I was freaking dancing and singing that song because y'all know that's my song. Because this is my year. This your year. So just get ready. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and introduce our guests. One, come on, tell the people your name. Even though I just said it, tell them your name, your business, and what it is you do. Hey, welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys? I am one with Made Nola. One Made Nola is a business education platform. I call it Made Nola mainly because I'm from New Orleans and my goal is to make a difference in New Orleans. So that's why it's Made Nola. And I educate my people, not just in New Orleans, but I do it online as well. But I educate my people on, developing their businesses, because I feel like I feel like the lack of knowledge is one of the biggest things in our community that's holding us back. And also what made Nola one of our products is the Bling Rings. This is something for y'all that you can use for your own business. As I said, I educate on, how to level up your business. So the Bling Ring is used to actually connect your business. And I could actually show you with this phone. So you'll connect your business to the ring, your website to it, your phone number, and you can tap it. And when you tap it, it'll send straight to any iPhone or Android just like that. And I could open it up and it'll send me to my Instagram, maybe. Oh, it's on somebody else's Instagram right now. But that's how simple it works. You just basically tap it. You can program it to any social media, any website, or a phone number, and that's how you use it.
Nice. That's super dope. So are you able to connect it to multiple pages, or do you like kind of need to have like pretty much a link tree to so you can get all the other information?
Yeah, so right now we have two links on the ring, one on the diamond side, one on the opposite side. Um these will be back available like next month, one with two links. But yeah, you can have one thing connected on the top, the other in the bottom. Sometime in 2023, yeah, sometime in 2023, we do plan to have our app finished. And our app is gonna work basically similar to Linktree, to where when you receive your Bling Ring, you're gonna go to the app, program your ring, and then on the app you can add any of your information, rather if it's your phone number, your email, any website. And then once you scan it, it'll basically open that page with everything that you customized on there.
Super dope. So how long have you been in business?
I would say this year would be going on my third year. Yeah, like at the end of this year will make my third year. I started like the year of the pandemic. So it's like the end of it, like going into 2021.
Okay.
That's when I first started. Um, I started it just, testing out the product locally, seeing how people will respond to it. And then from there, I just started, networking in my city, getting more people into the brand, and like actually seeing, if it's a thing that that's gonna work? Is it, you know, gonna be something that people actually use on a regular?
Right.
So yeah, after, you know, spending that amount of time doing that, I noticed like people love the rings, and like that was the coolest thing to see. Because like I have people that like they still have their first ring. I
Nice.
have, yeah, I have people that, you know, the second they lose a ring, they're like, hey, I need another one. So I think that's cool. That we're able to provide something that, you know, people use. Um, and like that's really like my only goal with this is like to give people access to a different way to like share, you know, what they do.
Yeah.
And then also, you know, like I said, the main brand is made Nola. So like it's like you get the ring, but then also you get to be a part of a community where you have different spaces to learn different things about, you know, things that you're interested in. And we're still scaling out for more people, but currently we're teaching like the basic fundamentals of you know, business, like branding, marketing, um bank accounts, credit, stuff like that.
Nice. Which is very important, y'all. So you definitely want to hit him up. You definitely want to get those things in order. You definitely want to, if you can, start off right from the jump so you don't have to backtrack. Because backtracking is a headache.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
backtracking, y'all. It's a fucking headache.
Mm-hmm. Like I
Don't be
said.
like me and like just jump right into it. Like let's just go and just jump into it
Yeah.
and kind of start off as like a hustle and then you
Mm-hmm.
try to convert to a business, but you didn't like line everything up. Your business plan, your
Yeah.
marketing plan, and all those things are very very important.
And that's what I feel like. Remember, I was saying, you know, I feel like that's one of the things I feel like we lack in our community is just the information. Like, the information's there,
Yeah,
but it's not around us. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
it's not in our parents' conversations.
yes,
For the most part, it's not in our friends' conversations.
yes.
The schools, we don't have it in our, you know, the only
That's
way to like
intentional
get
though.
it, huh?
It not being in the schools is intentional.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And that's what I was about to say. The only way you really could get this type of information is by typing it up and look for it. Like it's not in your face. What's in your
Yeah,
face is memes. You know what I'm saying?
that
Um, but yeah, like once you want, like, you know, this is my third year. And like when I first started, I didn't have nothing together. The only thing I got was my LLC. You know, I was like, I gotta at least have something, right?
yeah.
Um, and after that, you know, this is my third year, and I would well, this isn't my third year yet, but this would be my second year currently still. But like, you know, after all this time, I'm just learning about credit. You know, I just learned about credit like last year, but it's crazy what it could do for you had you learned about it from the beginning.
Had you learned about it from the beginning and not only learning, because I think a lot of us sometimes like we may learn the information and hear the information or see the information, but because business is hard, I'm not gonna give y'all the cute little side that everybody give you, like start a business is so cool and you can make all this money. It's hard as fuck. I still encourage you to do it, but it's hard as fuck. Um, and because a lot of us don't have that community of entrepreneurs, business people, successful business people, it's kind of hard for us to be like, oh, I'm gonna do this and get this together. So I think that's super super dope because we definitely need that. Business credit is definitely like amazing. Use other people's money, don't use your money. But it's ways and structure to get it. See,
Hmm.
because I know like when I first started doing business, people would talk about business credit, and then you give people to give you the little cute little reels, we'll say the little reels that's probably like 30 seconds, and they tell you these tips. But if you don't go in and break each tip down each thing down and look at see
It's
what
real
is
basic.
the bills, you're gonna be messed up because you're gonna go out here and just start applying for business credit. Like I got my LLC, let me just start applying, and you can't do well. You can. You probably most likely won't be successful in obtaining the business credit because it's certain things you have to have lined up. Like
Mm,
everything needs to match, and then we apply for certain loans and stuff and don't realize that our address didn't match. Our phone numbers wasn't lined up all across the board. They look at that.
mm-hmm.
So what you're doing is very, very important. Like it's needed. It's definitely needed. Why did you
We
get
all got
started?
to do our own part.
How and why did you get started?
Um, Basically off of my personal journey. I I kind of so I'm from New Orleans. I grew up and I grew up mostly with my grandparents and my mom. I never really had like my father in the house
Okay.
when I was younger, and then I lost my dad when I was younger as well. So I kind of grew up without like a sense of like what to do, you know.
Yeah.
Um but I was always smart. I was always smart, and that was an advantage that I had because everyone everyone isn't at like everyone's awareness is different.
Yes.
Everybody is different at different stages of their life, but I was fortunate to have be very aware young. So I ended up growing up, getting into music, getting signed, touring like all around, like doing all type of cool stuff.
Oh
Um,
wow.
losing my deal, then kind of starting over, without having anything for myself.
Yeah.
Um, so like even it was an experience even getting to that point, because it was always like, oh, I need how to do this, how to how to do this, and I had to learn it everything. So yeah, it was an experience getting from being regular to being an actual music artist, and then starting all over from being kind of like a used to be artist, and I still don't have anything for myself, to being having a brand and having customers and people looking up to me for information. Like all those were two different growth processes, and
Yeah.
through both of those processes it was the same thing. It was a lack of knowledge, you know so yeah, as all of those two things situations happen, I kind of well, at the time when I was still a music artist, I found this technology, and then I was like, all right, cool, I could promote myself way cooler than all these artists with this. And then at the same time, I was starting to develop the ideas about me, Nola, like, oh, maybe I should start doing, I was still a music artist at the time. So I was like, maybe I should start doing shows, talent shows for artists.
Mm,
And I can teach them business. I can teach them how to sell their music, how to
mm,
sell tickets and make money, and how to sell products with about their music. So like that was basically like the seed to everything. And now like a few years later, after like that thought and idea, I'm here where I'm kind of just helping the community as I can.
dope, dope. So that's super, super dope. So I would ask you, do you believe in giving back? But clearly, you definitely believe in giving back. And that is very, very important because, as I say, we are all in this together. So, in our job here on earth, part of our job is to help each other. And so I just want to say thank you for doing your part and helping each other. I also noticed that you had like a few, people with some names, some big names promoting your bling rings. Who all, tell me just one or two of the
um
that had that bling ring on.
Yeah, I've had a couple people. I've had like a lot of, local, or I can't even call them local celebrities. They kind of local to me because we're from New Orleans or around the area. But some of them they have their name around. But yeah, I have all type of different comedians. Uh, I don't even want to say names because I don't know who knows who. But I have music artists that's had my ring. I think maybe that's how you found us from London.
Hmm.
Y'all both from Atlanta.
I did.
Um, so what's funny about that is y'all both from Atlanta. I
I'm
met
actually from
London.
Detroit. I just moved
Oh
to
really?
Atlanta briefly. Yep. But I'm back in
Okay.
Detroit now. Yep.
Okay. Well, yeah. So the funny situation with that is like, I came up with this idea the same time I met her. So I was still a music artist at the time. This was 2018.
Okay.
Um and I had the opportunity to be on the show Rhythm and Flow. This is, yeah, 2018. And that's when I met London, and she ended up being like one of the top ones on the show. Um
Mm-hmm.
and then, kind of blew up from there. But we was still cool. So like once I started this, I reached out, was like, hey, Gemini sis, like, I got this cool product, man. Like, can you help? And she did a little, advertisement for us. And yeah, she was happy to like be one of the people to kind of like introduce it to like, different artists and stuff up in Atlanta. So
Yeah, that was really dope. I was like, oh shit. I don't even know, like, I don't want to say like regular people because we all are people.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like when I seen her with it, I was like, that's like cool as fuck. But I'm thinking it was like, I don't know, a name that we wouldn't, or somebody that we wouldn't be able to see who had the bling rings. And then when I was like, oh, well, let me reach out because that's super dope. And I feel like the world needs to know about it because that's a core product. Because as I was actually looking at some old business cards that needs to be redone, I was like, I don't know if I really want business cards because, like, I feel like I keep business cards because of what I do, and
Mm-hmm.
I like to have it. Like I have an actual folder with like different business cards in there. But the average person toss them, or they
Yeah,
might, not everybody
I
keeps
feel like 9 out of 10.
toss them. Because I know for a fact that I've tossed a few, not intentionally, but like maybe having it in my pocket too long where it gets messed up, so I have to toss it,
Yeah,
Or sometimes like we just push it off on people, like, huh, take my business card, take my business
yeah,
card. And it's like, ma'am, sir, I don't want this card, but I'm gonna take it so you
yeah.
get my face, and then they end up throwing it away.
So that's the cool part about like the bling ring. And like one thing I'm trying to do, I want to make it more like a kind of like this like fashion little wave. So like the term is like, hey, bling me, the same
Mm-hmm.
people be like, hey, cash at me. um and the term bling me would mean, hey, share your information with me, like share, bling your information over to me type thing.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm trying to like implement, and I want to grow just that natural sense of like, oh, hey, bling me real quick. And the reason why I was saying that is because with business cards, like you said, for the most part, and it's not even purpose. It's
Mm-hmm.
not.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like we all naturally already have stuff going on. Even on social media, like we don't even support each other like, as we could or should, because we're just strolling. Like we're not really paying attention to like what people are putting their effort into, unless it's something that just like boom catches your attention, or it's like, your favorite person that you probably just used to always seeing and looking for.
Mm-hmm.
um but what's cool about, bling me is that when it's a thing of people like, oh, bling me, bling me, bling me, bling me, and people are sharing their socials and their different platforms, it's not the same of as putting a business card in their pocket. It's like boom, they just followed you. Boom, they just followed you. So you're
And it's
not
quick.
and it's quick. So what it does is now your business is always in their face regardless if they forgot about you. You know what I'm saying? As long as they followed you, your business is always in their face. They could stroll past as long as you're on top of your game, doing your marketing every single day like you should. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna see you when they pick up their phone. But the
Mm-hmm.
business card, after a however 30 minutes, an hour, a day, like that's it. So it
That's
don't have no
it.
longevity.
Yeah, because you're not going back to the business cards unless it was again something that you needed and you're like, oh shoot, where'd that business card go? But I know for me, like in the summertime, I rarely have pockets. So I mean, I hold on to it because I just respect people's stuff. But
Right.
everybody don't have that mentality. It's like, okay, I got too much stuff in my hand. Let me just toss this because I don't need it.
Especially to take the time to type in the name and follow them.
What? Yes. So I think the Bling Rings are like super dope. I feel like they're gonna be a big hit. And as long as like you keep your marketing and keep reaching out to people, and I'm definitely want to support. I definitely want to be out here tell people bling me, just bling me,
Yeah.
me, okay. And making it a big thing, making it fun, making it something that people like. Hey, it's cool,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it helps that the ring is like not all crazy looking. It's sleek. It's just low key. It's not bam, ta da in your face.
Mm-hmm.
So unless somebody know, if they know, they
What yeah,
know. It's not like, oh, okay. So it's just like, you want to take my information? Want to follow me? Yeah,
yeah,
they get ready to take out their phones and stuff, and you're like, just go ahead,
yeah.
use your phone to tap instead of
And exactly what you just said. Like that's the coolest part. Like at least from the outside, well, I would say from like being the producer of it, it's cool to see other people's interactions because I was telling you earlier about when I tested out the product,
mm-hmm.
um like seeing people just use it naturally all the time, and seeing say you got a bling ring and seeing you use it and you share your business with somebody and watching them be like, wait, what the hell? Like that
Quick.
never really it never gets old. Like people are always just like, wait, what did you just do every time?
Look real quick, just real quick, like yeah,
Hmm.
that's that magic. That's that magic for you, okay? I can't wait to get mine because I'm definitely going to be doing it. I'm definitely going to like do some TikToks because I just feel like I can just be like goofy and just be out in the street and just do like amazing things to just draw attention to it. So I can't wait. Y'all better get y'all bling rings. Like,
Yeah.
don't wait, don't hesitate. Get them before they sell out. You don't want to wait to the last minute. For them, do you have them in stock or do they got a pre-order or how are you doing it?
Um, we are in the pre-order phase.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the pre-order phase. Because we make each ring designed for like each user. Um, and to not be too long, each ring is basically gonna come with like your size on it. It's gonna come with a number on it. And the number is going to represent like your place in ownership of a bling ring. So say
Mm,
if you get the 500th bling ring, you're the only person with the 500 bling ring. um and
nice.
and each ring will have an NFT attached to it. We teach y'all about that as well. But the NFT is to where you always have it's like a deed. It's like a deed
Yeah.
to a house, but it's a deed to your ring. So at any moment you could sell that NFT to other people who wants the 500 bling ring. Um, so
Mm.
at any point you could sell it, or at any point you could get your same ring remade for 20% off. So
That's super dope. So if I
yeah.
lose my ring, like, cause I lose stuff, and that's why I don't really wear jewelry. I might do some custom jewelry I really don't do real jewelry because I have a bad habit of freaking losing stuff, taking something off, sitting it down, forgetting it. I
And
lost
that's
too many earrings, rings, necklaces. It don't even freaking matter.
it don't even make no sense.
It does not. I was like, you know what? I'm not buying no more real pieces of
Look,
jewelry.
as long as it look good. As long
I
as it look good.
So yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And then the fact that you are giving them a percentage off, that's super dope. Because I don't really think I heard anybody for real, but I'm sure somebody may be out there. But giving you a percentage off for reordering, the same thing. Like usually it'd be like, okay, you're only going to get this percentage during this one time of the year that I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing this sale, and then that's that. But the fact that you're gonna get them 20% off, I think that's super dope. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Our idea is to like. I feel like more businesses and brands will be moving towards this in the future.
mhm.
But it's the knowledge thing we was talking about. And a lot of people don't know about NFTs and the perks to it, but I've learned about it. And that's how I'm utilizing it. And the goal is to like, I want to treat my customers good. Like if you buy something from us, you are a part of the family and we want to keep giving you something. Rather if like, look, boom, you got business education that you could come get. You could come learn how to trade, you know what I'm saying? As far as like getting money,
That's
education,
dope.
stuff
I need
like
to
that.
be
And
in
then
there.
also, yeah, and then also even if you're not into business, well, at least you got a cool ring that you get to, share yourself with if you're out at the club, raving, whatever, doing whatever, and you still get 20% off to order your ring at any moment. So
Yeah, that's super dope. That's super dope. How do you deal with stress? Because we in business, it can get stressful. Life can be stressful.
man,
What do you do with stress?
I keep it simple. The way I deal with stress is I don't. So and look, it's like, wait, that don't make no damn sense. It don't make no. So look, I ain't gonna lie. When like I am overloaded, if like too much is on my mind, too much is annoying me, frustrating me, I turn everything off and I don't do nothing until I feel like doing something. I so so
Mm.
that might be a day, that might be a couple hours, that might be a week, but
Ooh.
it like that's real. And like I'm real big on that because people are real hard on themselves. I
Mm-hmm.
used to be one of them, like, oh, I ain't doing nothing. Uh this ain't perfect enough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, nothing. Look, nothing ain't perfect. Progress is progress. You know what I'm saying? So like take your break when you need to take a break and then, get back to it. As long as you're doing, you know what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
long as you ain't quit. As long as
Yeah.
you ain't quit, you good. I promise.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's how I
important.
deal with stress. I don't I turn it off.
You say I don't look. Oh, you stressed. Cut it.
Yep.
Everything must be shut
Yep.
down.
I'll play some games. I'll watch some movies. I'll go hang out because I don't really hang out like that. But yeah, I do something and then I'm like, all right, let's go.
Okay, so if I see you
Hmm.
hanging out, I'm like, is he trying to get away from some stress? So should I come talk to you? Like, hey, you good?
Now we gonna have a good time if you see me out. I don't be out, so I have a good time when I
You
go
said,
out.
look, it's going down. If I hit them
Hmm.
streets, it's going down. Okay,
Yep, I'm
that's
from New
actually good
Orleans,
advice.
so
That's actually good advice. I actually like that. I'm actually going to use that. I'm going to clip that part, just that part where you say, when I ask you how you deal with stress, and you say I don't. That's going to be it because I want to see what everybody response is going to be to that because that's super like for one, you have to figure out a way to deal with it.
hmm
And like I used to be like I used to not deal with stuff, but like not for I'll just like push it, bury it, whatever, keep it moving, whatever, but it still be a problem or whatnot.
hmm
And then I'll be like, oh, well, I didn't do that, I didn't do this. And I'm one of the people that if I take a test and I get a 90%, and if you give me the opportunity to take it over, I'm gonna take it over. And I had to stop. Like a teacher was like, girl, you got 95. Why are you trying to retake it? I'm like, cuz I knew the answer. And I was sitting there and I was thinking too long. And I was, she was like, girl, and I was like, you know what? You right. I'm not gonna take it over. I'm not gonna take it over. I'm gonna take that 95. I'm gonna take that 85. I'm gonna take that 80, and I'm just gonna keep it moving. But a lot of times we are our worst critic. We are our
Oh
worst critic.
man, I don't even want to say a lot of times, but almost all the times, to be honest, like probably 9 times out of 10, I promise you, it be our own self that talk us out of anything. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally, like it be our own self. Like sometimes we'll think it's other people, but it'll really be us. It'll be our perception of what
Mm-hmm.
other people think of us
Mm-hmm.
that'll
Mm-hmm.
trick us out of doing something.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be our own lack of confidence that'll trick us out. So like 9 times out of 10 it be our own self that be holding us back.
Yes, for sure, for sure. So be kind to yourself. Why are we right
Yeah.
here? Be kind to yourself. And I know like every day is always something. Like for me, sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere because I know it's so much that I need to do. And then sometimes I feel like I'm getting somewhere. Then sometimes I'm like, I'm not getting there fast enough. And then some stuff with business, like it's not like my best part. So I'm like, I don't really want to do it. So it's already like a negative energy towards it already. So then when it just gets stressful, I'm like, you know what? Pause, take a break. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go do something else. And then sometimes I used to beat myself up about it. Like, you sat down and you know you got XYZ and you sit there and I'm like, now I understand that sometimes like you just need to. Sometimes you just
Hmm.
need to just
It recharge you. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what it does. It recharge you.
it
It's
does.
like we have like a mental, like a mental capacity. You know what I'm saying? To where like we could only take so much, and
Mm-hmm.
after that, it just becomes an overload. So
Mm-hmm.
it's good
Mm-hmm.
to just like pause, do nothing, or do what you like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you don't have to be so on top of yourself, and so hard on yourself. Like just take a break, go play a game, go chill, like go watch a movie, like do something different. Be in life, and then
Yeah.
come back.
Like enjoy life. Like enjoy the moment. Like cause
But that's
sometimes
what
we
we
get
here for anyway.
exactly, and we get so caught up in all the things that we have to do, the to-do list, and we forget to freaking live. Like really live and have gratitude for the moment and woosah. For me, like I felt like I say maybe like the last year or so. Year two, the last 2 years for sure, I've been like killing and slowing down, and sometimes it was life that forced me like, oh, you're not gonna sit down on your own. You're just gonna keep on running and running and running and running. You not let me sit you down.
Hmm. That's
So
funny because we all go through a similar cycle. Like,
you get forced to sit down. And so
yeah.
now I'm learning. I'm like, okay, look, I don't like being forced to sit down because usually when you're forced to sit down, it's like shit that be like, what the heck? Like, no, like
Yeah.
you find a different way to sit me down. But okay, you
Yeah.
got me. I hear you. So I'm learning to take that time and just pause. Figure out what you want to do. Like, because a lot of people don't know what they like. You don't even know what you like anymore because you're so used to going. And that's why I like
Hmm.
going to like the country sometime or places where it's a little slow. Like down south, it forces you to slow down. Like it forces you to really slow down. And life is not a race. Like it's not like about how fast you can get there.
Mm-mm. And that's what happened. Like when we, like I was saying, like the stuff in our head, like we be our perspectives be wrong. That's all it
That's
be. Like we
it.
be that's the only thing. Cause like if we actually had people, or if we were raised, but not even just raised, but like if it was a conversation or just a normal thing to like, hey, be patient, you know what I'm saying, be cool, like um if that was a normal thing, I feel like for the most part people wouldn't be tripping off of like what they ain't got going on, uh you know, they would know it's coming.
It's the gratitude part. Like you really have to have gratitude. And I feel like if gratitude was pushed more, our problems wouldn't seem as big as we make them seem.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be able to heal faster. We'll be able to get through stuff faster. Because one thing for sure is your stuff is going to come when it's going to come. It's
Yes.
already set to come, and you're trying to make it faster, and you're trying to get through your dark season, and you're making yourself crazy during your dark season when really you got to change your perspective because the dark season is going to be there. Nighttime is going to come.
Mm-hmm.
How do you operate in that nighttime is what makes the difference.
Yep.
So when you focus on gratitude versus what we don't have, all the problems that's going on, when you focus on that gratitude, it actually opens up your mind and helps you to be able to find the solution to those problems. And then you start focusing on the solutions and not the problem so much.
Mm-hmm. And
And
like that's the beauty of it all too, because like once you do convert, you know what I'm saying, once you convert, like you start realizing like everything is building you, you know what I'm saying, and like, and to that that kind of sound like a normal thing to say, like, oh, you're building it, whatever, whatever. um but like, think about it like this: you're not ready. Like at the end of the day, you're not ready. Like a lot of us would be, oh, I want to be rich. I want. What are you gonna do with the money? Like, what are you gonna, like, literally, like, that's a real thing. Like, you can be blessed with $1 million. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? What are you gonna do with it?
yep.
Versus the same person that is ready to receive, you could give that same person 10,000. He was ready to receive the 10,000. So he got a plan. He gonna turn that 10 into a
Into
million.
that million.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you
Mhm.
gotta be ready. Like, when you going through stuff, like,
You can
that's
cut.
you
It's okay.
literally learning and getting ready.
No, for sure, for facts. And that's one thing I know at some point in my life I had to realize that because it's like, okay, like my life haven't been so easy. I feel like I've been fighting all my life and whoop de woo and got to get through stuff all my life. But it's like I take it on. I'm cool with it. I know how to get through shit. But it's like, okay, Ebony, like really last year I was sitting down. I was like, you know what? You got some bad habits. Every so
Mm.
you do this for so many years, and then it's a cycle. And then you're back here. Why do you keep being back here? What is causing you to be back here? And it's not the big thing that took place. It's those little things that
Wow.
took place that,
Wow.
that landed
Yeah.
at the thing. But you
Look,
didn't
look.
notice until the big thing came. You was like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. And look, I was just about to say, me and you must be in a similar place on this cycle, because literally just last year, I gave up. I was like, look, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it's some type of cycle. I know I'm a good person. I know I work hard. I know I try hard. But what is it that, like, it's like, you about to break through, and it's like, nah, sit, like you were saying earlier, sit down. You heard me? Sit down. Not yet,
No,
sit
no,
down.
not yet. Not yet.
But yeah,
Not
man,
yet.
I feel you. Like for me, I was like, I had to give in. I'm like, so look, just to be honest and like a little bit vulnerable. So when I was an artist, I was shy. I was
Okay.
shy, and it wasn't that I was shy. It was like I guess a self-conscious thing.
Okay.
But I was I was good at music, so you couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I had realized over time, like, that was ego. Like, that's how, like, me
Mm.
being an artist, that's how I defended me being shy. You know,
Mm.
and throughout these years of, like, not being an artist and pursuing music, I realized, like, okay, I'm more myself, but I'm still not all the way myself. I
Mhm,
don't show
mhm,
myself to people.
mhm, mhm.
And me personally, I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but I relate to this very heavy because, you know, it was like I said, it was a cycle. The same stuff that was happening to me back then started happening to me recently, and I'm like, damn, it's probably because I'm not really being my full authentic self. You know,
Mm.
I kind of only show certain parts. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
like once I start realizing, like, oh, like it's not just about trying, and it's not just about having a good heart and being a good person and good intentions. Like it's about being authentic. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's about being naturally you. And you know, last year I kind of gave in. I was like, let me start. I'm always all right. Now people probably relate to this. I'm always gifted these ideas. I'm always
Mm-hmm.
gifted these ideas and don't pursue them.
Mm.
Woo. So like, look.
Mm.
So I'm like once I started realizing that, I'm like, bruh, everybody don't receive this. You know, this is a frequency. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm receiving stuff and I'm not working on the ideas because I'm self-conscious. I'm shy to show myself to people. I'm scared people gonna think what they gonna think about me, but really it's in my head. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that they gonna think this.
Mm-hmm.
When really it's like, look, just be you, and whoever likes you gonna like you. And guess what? And who don't, perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Cause everybody
They're
ain't
not your
gonna be like
tribe.
anyway. Yeah.
They're not
Like
your tribe. And when you stop trying to fit in or please everybody, or you know what I'm saying, make sure you got tiptoe around things. When you
mm-hmm.
stop doing that, and when you realize, like, because I think we know that everybody not gonna like us, but I don't think we really, really take it in, really understand that you're not for everybody. You're not. And that is okay. You're going to have people who's going to love you, who's going to like you, who's going to hate you, who's not going to like you. People will not like you for no reason at all. You don't have to
Yeah.
even do anything. You don't have to show them anything. Some people just not going to like you. And we could just say just off the color of your skin without even you opening up your mouth, without anything. Some people are just not going to like you. So
mm-hmm.
when you stop focusing on those who's not going to like you, those who are going to have these negative things to say, when you start focusing on them and putting that energy towards you and those who loves you, those who want to be around you, those who celebrate you, things will start moving differently.
Very,
Things
very
start
different.
shifting.
Very different. And just to like even kind of throw like, you know, an experience for me into that, like literally soon as I stopped being all like putting myself in a box, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And started doing more and started being myself more. Literally, like a week later, I had my first viral video. like
Nice.
like literally since then, I have like you know, more brand engagement, rather if it's with Bling Rings or it's with May Nola. You know what I'm saying? I don't focus on who don't like me anymore. I focus on being a better me, and I focus on providing the
That part.
best I can for other people.
That
And when you focus on those two things, like I don't know, that stuff like magic. Like you can't lose. Like you really can't lose. Like when you focusing on being a better you and you also focusing on doing good for other people, like you can't lose. I'm sorry, you just can't.
it's like it's for one is your payment to the universe when
Yes.
you're doing those things. It's your payment to yourself. And a lot of us, like for me, I know like I'm talented. I can, like, if I put my mind to it, I'm gonna do it. If I like it, I'm gonna try to be the best that I can be at it. And my thing is sometimes like I might take on too much. And so for me, for the longest, I wouldn't heal. I wouldn't deal with situations. I'm like, I don't have time to be sad. I don't have time to be mad. I just gotta, just keep pushing through. And then I had to like really pause because it was a time where it was like stuff is just like too much. Like I don't know what's going on. Like my mental is, I'm hanging on by a thread. Like to everybody else, like I'm smiling and stuff. But if you really know me, and like I mean, like know me, you be like something not right. But the outside world, like I'm still smiling and stuff because naturally I'm a happy person. But it was like, okay, Ebony, you're losing your shit. Like certain things that you would not do, you're doing. Certain things that you would not slide, like you can't do it. Like it was places in my area, and this just me being a little vulnerable, where I was starting to fail. I had other people looking at me like you're failing in this. I'm looking at myself. They don't realize that in myself, I'm beating myself up because I can't freaking. It's like I know better, but I can't get past it. And I had to realize, like, for one, I have a lot of shit that was buried that I didn't heal through, that I just pushed through. Deaths, I just pushed through. I didn't heal, I didn't feel, I just kept it moving. And for me, it hindered me. You know what I'm saying? It caused things to happen in an adult. It started some of the patterns that I didn't even know was a pattern until I was like, let me sit down and really figure this out because I'm tired of getting in my way. Like, I'm tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And it's not anyone else. No one else have the answer because I'm looking for other people to save. I'm like, well, shit, I'm trying, and shit, somebody just gonna come and just like kind of help me because I feel like I help a lot of people. I'm a great person. Overall, I got my hiccups, but what I'm saying, I'm really doing these things. Like somebody gonna come and help me, save me, something like give me a lifeline. It's like,
yeah,
coming for you. Ain't nobody coming for you. Stop expecting people to come for you. Like just because you help people and you do these things and you deserve for someone to come save you, but stop looking for somebody to save you.
Yeah.
They're not coming. And when I start doing that, things start lining up better. People start coming my way that helped assist me in my greatness, that helped assist me in things. I start coming across these different people that like amazing people. I start meeting super dope people. And I'm like, well, I'm meeting these people and I'm in these places, but it's like, why am I not like getting what I need? Like I feel it. It's very close, but it's like, you're not ready yet. And I had to be real myself, like, Ebony, like, girl, you got bad spending habits. If you get stressed out, you're going to go shop. It don't matter what it is. You might be just going to a Dollar Tree. You just feel like you just got to buy some shit. You're not ready yet. So when I realized that, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm getting in my way. So I started purposely like, okay, I'm about to have a what the fuck moment. Nope, Ebony, you're not going to have a what the fuck moment this time. You're going to chill out.
Yep, that's just what you got to do. Talk to yourself like that instead of the opposite way.
Yeah. And it works out. It works out. But you really got to learn yourself, y'all. You really got to take the time to know you, uncover you, like peel back those layers, the pretty part, those ugly parts, like the stuff that you hide that don't nobody know that you deal with. And you gotta start healing that shit. You gotta start taking that shit. You gotta open that closet. I want y'all to look at the bottom of the screen. I want y'all to understand these words. I want you to know these words, and I want you to know that no matter what you're going through in life, in business, I want you to know this. That's what I want you to know. I want you to know that you got this. I want you to know that no matter how bad it looks, how bad it seems, how it's like, I can't get it together. I can't get over that threshold. I'm right there. Then I fall back 3 steps. I want you to know that you got this. It's a part of building you. It's a part of building your strength and making you become the better version of you. Now, know that you got this. Take the time out to sit and look and say, okay, this keep happening. Why? Where did this first start happening? What feelings provoked these to happen? And a lot of times it started from really something back in your childhood that kind of like now when situations occur, it brings back those same feelings. That's really where a lot of it comes from. And then it carries over to your adulthood. And of course, you got to go back and do that. But you really need to start with your childhood first and then work your way up the timeline. So you can get better. But all in all, you got this. Like your timing is your timing. Stop comparing yourself to everybody. Stop looking and seeing how somebody started where you were at and now they're up here. You don't know their story. You don't know what they had to go through. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're going to go through. So be grateful for whatever your story is, because no matter what it is, it can always be worse. It can always be worse. So shout out to that gratitude, show gratitude. And I want you to know you got this. So on a count of 3, instead of saying you got this, You're going to say, I got this. And I want you to say it like you really, really mean it. Like, even if you don't mean it, if you don't believe it, if you like, girl, I don't know, you saying I got it, but I don't know I got it. I want you to fake it till you make it. So I want you to say, I got this on the count of three. You're going to repeat after me. Or you can say it with me. 1, 2, 3. I got this. Mm, that might have been okay, but I need y'all to say it like you really mean it. I want you to say it like whatever your desires are, like your wildest desires, your biggest desires, even like blessings that you can't even like think of because they're so big that you can't even fathom them. I want you to pretend that on the other side of this door called I got this, once you say this, I want you to pretend that if you say it like you mean it, and the universe can feel that you mean it, I want you to know that it's right there. So I want you to say it like if you say it like you mean it, it's going to happen. Like the door just opened up and everything that you wanted just comes rushing in and coming to you, and you're ready for it and you can receive it and you know what to do with it when you get it. So I want you to say, I got this. And I want you to say it like you really mean it. Okay? One, I want you to say it too. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. I got this. Okay? You got this. And I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that when you're crying. I want you to remember that when you're angry. I want you to remember that when it just don't seem like it's working out for you. And I want you to say it to yourself. And I'm not telling you to do nothing that I don't do. Like, trust me, y'all. It's been times where I'm crying like, man, I'm about to quit because this is not it. I can't get it. I'm too smart to be right here and then can't get it. Like, I don't know why I'm in my way. I can't get it. I'm about to quit. I don't believe. I'm like, girl, I got this. You got this, Ebony. You got this. It's got to get better. It has no fucking choice but to get better. I could be crying like, man, this shit got to get better. It has no choice but to get better. Because I'm not accepting anything less than it getting better. I'm not accepting anything less than greatness. I don't care if it takes me 10 years, 30 years, 40 years. I'm going to continue to strive towards that. Look, please don't let it take that long though. I'm just saying. But if it take that long, it take that long. But I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep moving. I may not have the momentum that I had before. It may not be as fast, as long, as strong as it was before. But baby, if I got to crawl every day, I'm going to crawl every day. Because guess what? Whether I'm running or whether I'm crawling, if I don't stop and I keep heading in that direction, guess what? I have no choice but to make it to my destination. I have no choice but to make it to my destination. You have no choice but to make it to your destination. I want you to know that. I want you to understand that. Like, that's important. I really want you to know that. One, tell me something that you gave up for you.
Um, I would say ego. Um, I still have like situations where I find like myself, doing something that might be a little bit egotistical. But I would say like 80 to 90% of it. I got rid of it. Um, and yeah, that just held me back from like being able to build relationships and connections. Um, having an ego, at least real relationships and real connections.
Facts.
So yeah.
So, gave up the ego. That's good. That's good. What tip, if you can give someone one or two tips to help them through business or through life, what would those tips be?
Um, Let me see some for business. I would say just start like kind of how I was saying earlier. I'll be gifted these ideas and never pursue them. I'm pretty sure other people can relate to that in certain ways. But if you have an idea, you have to understand that like it was given to you, you know. And if you pursue it or if you act on that idea, especially if it's a positive or a good idea, you usually, you know, help somebody else by doing that, and then in return you help yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that, yeah, just start.
Just
Just
start.
start.
Just
Just
start,
start,
y'all.
y'all.
Just
Just
start.
start.
And if you
And if you
can, I'm
can,
not
I'm
going to
gonna
answer that.
answer
Just
that. Just
start.
start.
If you
If you
can,
can
just start.
start,
Try
try.
to just start with the right. Well, if you're going to let me say, if you're going to start your business and like register it as a business, try to start it from the beginning with majority of the foundation laid, if possible. Because I'm all for just starting, because I just start. But if you can, just start with maybe your business plan, having that lined up, even if it's not even registered yet. Before you even register, if possible, do your business plan. Try a marketing plan. Have those things lined up. I'm just trying to save you a little bit of headache of having them backtrack it in order to be able to fund your business without using your own money or as much as your own money as possible. So that's what I'm going to add to that. Um, with that being said, y'all, if you would like to be on Minding Your Business Mondays, I need you to email us at info@nybm35.com. Go ahead and put NYBM in the subject line and let us know like you want to be a part of it. We'll reach back out to you. You can always DM us on social media, NYBM35 on Instagram, Minding Your Business Mondays on Facebook, and on TikTok, I_inspire35. You want to go in there, get some positive messages, little craziness, sometimes, might little dancing sometimes, and then, but it's always a message in there. And I just encourage you to be yourself. Be your authentic self because there's nobody better to be than you. Like, you shouldn't want to be nobody but you because, like, you're dope. And I want you to understand it. I want you to know that if you wait, first of all, before I go, because I need to give them your information. So, one, tell them your
Your
information.
information.
I'm going
I'm
to put
gonna
it at
put
the
it at the
bottom.
bottom.
But tell them your information because they need to know.
Yeah, so my name is One. You can follow Bling Rings Official on Instagram or basically any platform. It's the same name, Bling Rings Official. And learn more about the Bling Rings. And also, if you do follow us, you'll be able to start getting into our educational programs with May Nola. That both of the pages are connected. Bling Rings just promote Bling Rings, but May Nola promotes the educational side. So if y'all looking for some free game, we drop a lot of gems on there. And yeah, that's all.
Go
Go
get
get
that
that
information.
information.
Oh,
Oh,
you said
you said
free.
free.
Free. Go get it. Go utilize it. And like just go ahead and be great. We're gonna vibe out to my girl Rosemary Bay. That is who you heard earlier. That was my year earlier, but now we're gonna be booked and busy because from 2023 and beyond, we're gonna be booked and busy. Okay, y'all, we getting all of it. So go ahead, vibe on out with us. One, you can stay for a minute, kicking with me, but as we vibe on out, or I'll holler at you off screen. Thanks
Thank
for
you for
joining
joining
me.
me.
I
I
appreciate
appreciate
you.
you. Yeah, thank you for having me, Ebony. I do have to make a few calls that I just missed, so I'm gonna head out. But thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Being able to talk with you and share, things about my business and insight. And yeah, we'll catch up outside of the stream.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Take
Take
care.
care. All right, take care.
Up and out the bed before dawn. Hit her knees, said a prayer on the sun. Wake the kids to their favorite song. Oh man, thinks she does no wrong. She got a brand new lifestyle. Made a wrong turn, but she finally got it right now. Standing on a rock, she ain't even gotta fight now. Walking in the light, so her future's looking bright now. I can't forget about you. Time to put in work, you do what you do. Raising your kids so you're going to school. Got the weight up on your shoulders and you make it look cool. And girl, I'm proud of you. Who knew you had all that side of you? You keep it 100, I ride with you. We gon' live our best life till our time is up. Girl, around the world, want you to know you're beautiful. Oh girl, around the world, let them know you're about to blow, you're about to blow up. She booked and busy, booked and busy. Got plans all over the city. Itinerary make you dizzy. When you see that girl, better know she pretty and gritty. She booked and busy. Got plans all over the city. Itinerary make you dizzy. When you see that girl, better know she pretty and gritty. To grow up, I had to grow up. And once I growed up, I got my know up. Then came to glow up. Now that I glowed up, watch me blow up. Now I can do this with my eyes closed. Tiptoe through the snakes, that's a lot of foes. Walking in God's favor, that's a lot of dough. Say a prayer for my haters, that's a lot of growth. New life, who this? Come around me, better be about your biz. When you come around me, better be about your chill. I survived too much, man, it is what it is. Is you coming or not? Don't need a lot, girl, just bring what you got. We gotta cook while the fire is hot. Time is just beating, and we ain't gon' stop. Girl, around the world, no time to waste. Let's start today. Oh, girl, around the world, your time has come. Yes, you're the one. You're the only one. If you don't do it, then it ain't getting done. Thank God. Thank God, you're the only one. You're the only one. She booked and busy. Ooh. If you ain't doing it, it ain't getting done. She booked and busy. She booked and busy.